Hi, this is Mr. O, and I just wanted to do a little video on how to use a peeler and a chef's knife. I've got 3 samples of chef's knives here. But to start with, we're just going to use the peeler, because not many people actually use a peeler very well. So I'm going to take your typical carrot here, here's Mr. Carrot. Now what most people do is, you see this peeler here with the 2 blades in it, they just sit here and go like this. Da, 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 da. But if you actually learn how to use a peeler right, you can use both blades. There's a front blade and a back blade. And everybody thinks that's for left or right-handed. But what you can really do is do this and go twice as fast. So that's how you can peel your carrots and your potatoes in half the time. So now I'm going to talk about chef's knives. Now I've got 3 chef's knives here, and what's most important about these is the size. So you want a chef's knife to fit your hand well. And a lot of people maybe go back here, but I like to choke mine up so it feels tighter and more in control of my hand. Even so, this one's a little big for my hand. It'd probably be really big for yours. I prefer one about this size. This is about perfect, and I love this one too. This one's got a little less curve in the blade than this one. You can see that, and I'll show you why that makes a difference. When you're cutting with the chef's knife, you're not trying to go like this. What you're trying to do instead is keep the tip down. Always keep the tip down. See that tip okay? And then you use it like a guillotine. See how I'm doing this? One little slice at a time. Now, when you're cutting like this, the thing you got to be careful about is your hands, because as you're cutting down, the most common way you get hurt with a chef's knife would be to cut your finger. See that? So the right way to do it isn't actually how I'm holding it right now. It's to take your front fingers and you curl them back, so you're exposing the flat part of the knuckle. That way, if I were working up here and I cut with the chef's knife, see how it stops? I can't cut my finger. So that's really important to learn. You want to make sure you're safe. Okay, so now I'm using the bigger chef's knife to chop this. And you can still see I can get pretty fine control. You got to be really careful with your fingers though. Oh no! Quick, Eric, get the super glue! Get the super glue! I got to get this done. This is the 3rd finger on this video so far. Ow, that hurts!
Eric, what are your thoughts on your dad cutting his fingers off?
Pure genius.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to use a chef's knife on an onion. Now, onions are always hard to cut because they roll.
Onions have layers.
Onions have layers. You're right, Eric. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our chef's knife, we're going to cut her in half. Okay. Now I'm going to peel this thing off. Not the most exciting part of the video. Hopefully I won't start crying. Okay, I got enough peeled off here to show you what I want to show you. Sometimes it says in a recipe you need diced onions. So the way you do that with a chef's knife is a little different than the typical rocking motion. In this case, you come up here and you draw through. That was a mistake. Okay, and you're trying to get even slices like this. I'm just going to do part of it here. And then you're going to go back through the other way and cut these halves. Now, if I did this right, it's hard to do it with half of an onion. When I cut this, you're going to see dice form. And you have little dice for your onions. So I've got some different peppers here. This is a serrano pepper that's in really poor condition. This is a poblano pepper. This is a bell pepper, what we call a green pepper, but it's a bell pepper. And these are jalapenos. So you cut all of these peppers basically the same way. I'm just going to take this bell guy and do him first. So you want to get both ends off of him. There's a stem end and a bottom end. So you just come down like this. Come here and cut him like that. Now you've got this ring of pepper. So you just take your knife and you bring it straight on down through. When you peel this thing out, so it's flat. And you want to get this rib off because the rib just doesn't taste real good. It doesn't taste like anything. And you can take the seed pod out. Same thing. You could use a smaller knife for this. You don't have to use a chef's knife. So if you're concerned, or your parents are concerned about using a big knife, then you could use your pocket knife or a smaller knife. Now you get a nice slice of pepper. You can do anything with this. When you cut this, one important thing is don't cut from this side, which would be the natural way, because there's a film on the outside of the pepper that's really hard to cut through. So it's much easier if you cut it from this side. You'll get a nice sharp crack and you'll see those pieces come off. But if I try to cut it from this side, then if your knife's not incredibly sharp, it'll stick together. So you can do pieces like this. If you're going to make shish kebab, let's say maybe you're working on that cooking merit badge and you're going to make shish kebab, then you're going to cut them in little bigger pieces. You can use that same rocking motion and make them like that. Now we can do the same thing with any of these peppers, like this nice jalapeno here. Cut one end off, cut the other end off. Now for these jalapeno, these ends are so small, you're probably just going to throw them away. But for this bell pepper, going back here, I can pop this core out and serve this piece. And this piece is perfectly good to serve too. Coming back to my jalapeno, I can peel it just like I said. I can cut it and peel it, or I can cut it in half. Either one will work. I'm going to see how this one's going to peel. Sometimes they got such a big core in them they don't peel well. This guy's coming apart and he's splitting anyway. Now you take your knife, get it in there, and you pull the rib out like this. And you'll take this out. The important thing is all the heat in a serrano or a jalapeno is in the seeds. So you want to make sure you get every last seed out. See them hiding in there? If you like really hot stuff, like let's say you're making some hot chili, and you want it hotter, you can add the seeds back in. But for right now, I'd remove them. Here's a nice piece of jalapeno. Making nachos for your family, same thing. Rocking motion, like this. You need smaller pieces, split it first, and the same rocking motion. You're always keeping control because you've got a point on the board and you've got your hand choked up here. Fingers are out of the way. And that's how we cut those peppers.
What? Pure
I'm going
genius.
to show you a couple more tricks with a knife today. And we're going to show you some garlic and some mushrooms. These are baby Bella mushrooms, but a white mushroom works just the same. The first thing you want to do is cut the stem end off. They're really dry. So you can do that, and then you can take them and you can just cut them twice and dice them. Now, a lot of people want a little bit more rustic look on their food these days. So the other way you can do these is you can take and pop the stem out, and then you can just take these and with your thumb push them apart. Now they look more like broken pieces, because they are, and you do the same thing with the stem. You can just break it into pieces. And then a lot of stews and things, those look nicer. The other thing is garlic. Garlic's always a tough thing because people try to peel it. And you've got to get the peeling off, but it's really tough to get off. So a good way to do that is to use your chef's knife, the flat side this time. You put the garlic clove down, put the chef's knife on top of it, and you press down. Now, this peeling, it's really tough to get off, just falls right off. So that's the easy way to peel garlic. Now you want to take the stem of the garlic off right there, that little bit again. Then for the rest of the garlic, you can just mince that fine using the same rocking motion. And you can sort of move it around and mince it again. You always want to turn the food and move it to however you're comfortable. Don't try to move yourself to the food. Be where you feel good and comfortable and safe with the knife.
Before you ask, pure genius. It's an avocado.
Oh,
Thanks.
wow, did we miss the avocado? These are actually sort of fun to cut. Okay, so we're going to cut this guy up by just pushing in and rotating the avocado through the knife. You can also rotate the knife through the avocado. I'm going to get two parts of it. You're going to get one side that comes out real clean. You get one side with one whomping big seed on it. So the easiest way to get the seed out, and you got to be really careful doing this, is to take your knife and embed it in the seed, and then twist. It comes right out. Now, we take this avocado, and if we want it diced, then we just take it and we run our knife very gently. See how I'm choking up like a pencil? You run it like this, and you run it through, and you make little lines. This is very similar to what we did with the onion, right? And now you can take a simple spoon, shove it in there, you get your avocado out, and it's all already diced. Nice and easy. And that's how you cut an avocado. Let me get the ketchup in here. That looks good, doesn't it? That should be enough. Okay, now I'm doing this just like a pastry bag. Okay, we're going to get it down tight and I'm going to cut the corner. Okay, let me see now. What about that much hot dog? Let me see, I'll get my bag in there. See if that'll all fit. It should work okay. Okay, we're about ready. We'll put that as the outtake at the end. Thanks for watching. This video is from Troop 159. Always remember to talk to your parents before you use the knives. Be safe. Have a lot of fun cooking at home.